12:15 today, you guys, and we are focusing on eating servings of veggies, excuse me. This might be a lot for some people. Some of us don't like veggies. We've talked a little bit about some ways to like sneak them in for those of us that might struggle. But why is this so important to us? I mean, we all know that we should be eating our veggies, but they're nutrient dense, right? They have tons of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and all of these things that support overall health, but also digestion. They're with that high fiber content and a lot of them high water content, right? So they have that hydration effect as well. And then weight management. So they can aid in weight management by promoting fullness, reducing calorie intake. So those of us that need to reduce calories, right? That's a great way. Fill your plate with veggies. You really can't overeat on them, right? So it's a great way to help you feel full if you're trying to be in that calorie deficit. But they also, are aid for those of us that are maybe trying to increase weight as well. It's also a really good area to look at. We can look at some of these really higher carb density vegetables. We can look at higher fiber vegetables as well to help us with sort of increasing muscle mass and weight gain because we need that fiber for that as well. When we talk about servings too, again, we can kind of reference that hand-sized portion. You guys do have that printout in your packet that we sent you. So about a hand-sized portion is just your full hand, right? So looking at that as a servings of vegetables, it's usually like grab a big fistful of spinach, something like that. So you can kind of use that as a guide. Another option is when you're just looking at your actual plate that you're trying to look at, try to make about almost half of your plate. They always say half your plate should be fruits and vegetables. So I would say take that, maybe make that half, take about 3/4 of it as your veggies. So you can kind of cut out that little pie slice there for an easy kind of visual way to look at that. Ewan, what's the best way for you to kind of sneak in your veggies in the day?
Throughout the day, for me, I just love like stir frying a bunch of veggies, even just like frozen packet, just plug it all in, stir fry it up, and that way it's like really quick and easy just to add to lunches and dinners, which is where I tend to struggle getting veggies. So I'd say that's probably my biggest way to do it, other than just like snacking on random carrots, cucumbers, things like that, and hummus or something like that. But I would say that just like stir frying a big batch of it, super quick and easy.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned frozen veggies. We've mentioned that with fruit in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great resource to use, you guys. It's cost effective. They're not going to go bad. They're easily accessible. Some other really easy way to kind of like get your veggies in, especially some people that struggle with maybe enjoying vegetables. Smoothies are a great way. You can hide them in there. Packing your soups with them, even if you maybe buy like a pre-made soup, you can always add some extra veggies to it and just cook it a little longer to cook those in, or throw in some frozen ones. They heat up really quickly. So soups are a great way to do that. Also, blending them is, I know we talked about smoothies, but pureeing them and then mixing them into certain recipes, you kind of hide them into sauces. People will do that a lot with maybe making like a mac and cheese, but they'll base it with like a butternut squash puree where it kind of hides the veggie but purees into a sauce. So there's tons of ways to get your veggies without just feeling like you just have to gnaw on a carrot stick for sure.
Yeah.